Yeah.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first edition of Tiger Talk. I am William Bryant, Assistant Athletic Director here at Stillman College, and I'm sitting here with on my right, Paul Bryant, Director of Athletics. Mr. Bryant, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm good, sir.
Good. Good.
2013, 2014, finally in the book.
Finally.
It's been a long year, but a good year.
It's been a great year, actually.
Well, let's look at some of the highlights just general. We had 37 student athletes graduate in commencement in 2014. We had 7 athletes named Athlete of the Year, 3 tournament most outstanding performers, 3 tournament team champions, 6 conference champions, 3 appearances in the NCAA tournament, including 8 people going to the outdoor track and field championships in Michigan, which you attended, so we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, it was great. Great event.
We had 4 students named All-Academic and 30 All-Conference selections. So, banner year for Stillman Athletics.
It was a banner year. And you know, how many students did we have on the Director of Athletics honor roll?
89.
89 students. And you know what? That's something new this year. And it was, I tell you, it was a great thing to have all our student athletes on that honor roll.
Yeah, it was a good thing to honor them. We honored all of our student athletes with a 3.0 and above GPA for the fall semester of 2013. And we will honor our spring honorees at a football game coming up in the 14th season. So we're looking forward to that.
Absolutely. We are definitely looking forward to that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is our 2013-14 Fall Year in Review show. Let's get things started with our fall sports. First, we had our cross-country team, our women's volleyball team, and our football team. Our cross-country team improved their standings a little bit. The women finished in 7th place. The men finished in 8th place. We didn't have any all-conference elections, but it's a program that's still on the rise.
Yes, you know, Coach Good does a great job with his cross-country team, and he had a lot of young folks, and they're going to get better as the years go by. So I'm looking forward to what they're going to do this coming year, and I know he will have them well prepared.
Looking at our volleyball season, our volleyball team reached double-digit wins again this year. They finished with 11 wins overall. Slight fall in conference play, but they did have a 4-match win streak heading into the conference tournament.
Yeah, you know, at the time, Coach Phillips and Coach Mayfield, they were working with the team, and again, they had some injuries and things and some illnesses, but they persevered and they got through. I just think I'm really looking forward to what's happening in that program. As we know, we had a coaching change there. Coach Phillips decided to stick with one particular sport, and Coach Mayfield is now the new head coach, and we're looking for great things from her in this coming year.
Amen on that one. Moving to football. Football, 6-5 again, 4-3 in conference play. We had some big wins this year. We beat Kentucky State, big win, big divisional rival. Clark Atlanta, a program on the rise. Your first football game here at Stillman College.
Right.
And of course, we had the homecoming win over Benedict.
Yeah, you know, Coach Keaton and his staff, they do a great job. I believe this year we will do a little bit better than what we had in the past. You know, I asked Coach Keaton, are you really a 6-5 team? And he said, absolutely not. So I know that he's excited about what's going to happen this year, and we're going to build on our success from last year.
One big game in particular was the 90th Turkey Day Classic. Our first meeting with Alabama State, very good game, broadcast on ESPN.
Right.
Our fans were in support. Our alumni came down. It was a very close competition until the very end. We didn't come out where we wanted to, but it was a good showing for Stillman College.
It was a great showing. You know, we had great support there. I tell you, Alabama State, we hung with them until the last quarter. And you know what? That's where you see the difference between Division I and Division II. However, we're going to be ready this year.
We will be ready this year. We had 2 all-conference picks. We had DeAndre Cornell, Mr. wide receiver / running back / kick return. Then we had Cameron Stallings, 2-sport athlete, baseball and football.
Yeah, both of those guys are Mr. Excitements. They do an outstanding job for our program, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do this year as well.
Moving into our winter sports, of course, we have women's basketball, men's basketball. Our women's basketball team finished 10-17 overall. They had some big wins this year, including a great game at Tuskegee. Good defining rival game for us when we went down there. And Angel Mitchell was an all-conference pick for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, Coach Moore, again, you will hear me say this. Coach Moore, all of our coaches do a great job. Coach Moore has done a great job. Again, she was hampered with some injuries. I think this year she's going to do a whole lot better than what we've done in the past. But this past year she did well with what she had, and so I'm looking forward to what she has planned for this year.
Our men's basketball team, 16-13 overall. They started the season in preseason NIT. We played some tough games in that tournament. We made it down to the first round of the conference tournament before we had a tough time with Payne again.
Right.
Tough game for us, but we had 2 all-conference picks in Donway Barnes and Markeith Madison.
Yes, our men's team, Mike Grant did a good job too with the team. I think they were thinking that they underachieved what they really wanted to do. They had great talent, but participating in the preseason, the only Division II to participate in the Division I preseason NIT, that was a great thing for our team, and they got great exposure. But I think moving forward, as Mike Grant left, I believe we brought in a great coach in Dante Jackson, who's a little bit more fiery and a little bit more structured, and I think we're going to do a great job there.
We're going to pause from our sports talk just for a second. One of the big things that you said you wanted to come in here and do was bring some new innovation and some fundraising ideas. Talk a little bit about where we are as far as moving forward with our fundraising and innovations process here in the Stillman Athletic Department.
Here at Stillman, the first thing I noticed was there were not a lot of things going on as far as banners and advertisement in our facilities, and that's the first thing I said. When I look at things like that, I look at space, I look at revenue. And what we're doing is we're offering a revenue package, a sponsorship package to the local community and abroad to come in and support Stillman Athletics. Another big thing for me is the Hall of Fame. We're creating a Hall of Fame, athletic Hall of Fame, that will generate some support. And so those are some of the big things that I feel that we're going to be moving forward with, along with our wall of champions that we just put in, that just to show people what we've done and the successes that we've had.
If you get a chance, come out and look at the wall of champions. We got trophies going back as far as we can find them, and we're still adding trophies. We have our NCAA stat trophies, stat plaques here. We got first place conference trophies, so it's a good thing that we just finished here as a department. It was a good team building exercise amongst the department just to get us in here and really put this thing together.
Yeah, it was, and that's what it's all about. Together, we win. And when we do things together, we automatically win on and off the playing surfaces.
Speaking of winning, you came here on day one, and the statement you said was, we win in the classroom, we win in the community, and we win championships.
Yes, sir.
Quick evaluation. Have we done those 3 things in 13-14?
We have. We're making progress to that goal. We're not quite there yet, but we're making significant progress, and I'm very pleased. I see it moving forward, and that's all I ask. I don't want to regress. I want to progress. So,
well, speaking of progression, let's progress on to our spring sports. We had a very busy spring here in the Stillman Athletic Department. Our softball team, men's women's track team, men's women's tennis team, and baseball team were in full swing from February 1 all the way up until the end of June. Our softball team, 21 wins this year, 18 wins in conference play, had 2 all-conference selections in Chelsea, Nix, and Hannah Burke.
Coach Phillips, I believe, started the season 1-9 and got those young ladies together. I believe she had 11 players. And she got those ladies together and rallied to have a 20-win season. I thought it was remarkable. Our young ladies played so well. They fought through every game, and they came back to have a good season.
Our men's and women's track and field team, those guys are just some athletes. We had 5 all-conference selections on the men's side, 2 on the women's side. At the SIAC championships, Daryl Jackson won the 400-meter hurdles. Sade Joseph won the 800 meters. Both of our 4x1 teams won the conference championship. And Euphemia Eve Edom, did what she had to do. She won both the long and the triple before going on to her coming out party at the NCAA Outdoor Championships.
You know, again, there we go. Pierre Good, he does a great job. He was a world-class sprinter as well. And you know what? It reflects on our team. He puts out champions. And, you know, when I was in Michigan supporting our track and field team, it was just great to see how we rate with some of the national talent. And we finished runner-up. And Eve, and you know, it's great for Stillman College to show how good we can be.
My first year here in 2012, our men's 4x1 team came in 8th, named All-American status. In 13, Jeffrey Henderson decides he wants to go be great, and he was great, winning the long jump and the 100, and was a hair from winning the 200 in 2013. And then in 14, well, even in 13, with Eve competing with a hamstring injury, finished in top 5 in both the long and the triple. This year, she finished 2nd in both the long and the triple.
Not to mention, she didn't have a place to really train. She trained on a grass surface that really was not a good place for her to train, and she performed at the top. And even with the injury, I applaud her efforts, and I really applaud Coach Good's efforts.
We're talking about champions, so we've been keeping an eye on Jeff since he's left Stillman College. He PR'd in the long jump a couple of weeks ago, jump of 8.33 meters, and then I think it was last week, jumped 28 feet to win an event.
Yes, he's doing an exceptional job, and every time he's winning, the one thing they say, Jeff Henderson from Stillman College.
Moving on to the hard courts, the men's and women's tennis team. Will Riley did it again.
He always, you know, that's been consistent. We have 2 coaches like that are just consistently winning the SIAC. And Will Riley won them, the men and women, Coach of the Year. And, you know, our team just, I just am so proud of what they do and the hurdles that they have overcome to be the champions that they are.
Looking at some of the numbers from our tennis program, we repeated with both the men's and the women's player of the year in Jang Young Lee, Latia Gadanet. We repeated as divisional champions. We repeated as tournament champions. Coach Riley repeated as coach of the year. The men's tennis team put 6 on the all-conference team. The women's put 5 on the all-conference team.
That is a testament to what he has done and the recruiting that he has continued to do in bringing some of the best talent here, tennis talents here at Stillman College.
And then finally, our final sport on the docket, the baseball team.
Absolutely.
Coach Donnie Crawford, he did it again. Coach Crawford, the team put up 30 wins this year. Had 18 consecutive wins in conference play before falling at the last game of our conference season. But then they go to Ozark, Alabama, the very beautiful, historic Ozark Stadium. They go 5-1 in the tournament, winning it all again over a tough Tuskegee program.
Yes, Coach Crawford. He's won it 7 out of 9 years, and in the 9 years, he's been in the championship game all 9 years. That's remarkable for any coach at any level to consistently keep a winning program, and the job that he's doing is exceptional. And I applaud those guys and all of his coaching staff for continually putting out a championship program, not just a team. He's putting out a championship program every year. So we're very proud that we have Coach Crawford because he's done a great job here.
Back to back SIAC champions. This year the baseball team had the back-to-back player of the year, Joseph Aletta. Back-to-back relief pitcher of the year, and Tyler Vales. Fernando Tanaka, who played everywhere on the field, was player of the year. We get to the tournament. Ashton Johnson has a coming out party, being named tournament most outstanding performer. He pitched 2 great games, but the team played well even with a shuffled lineup, because we had to shuffle the lineup right before the tournament started.
You know, you talk about perseverance. They persevered. They went through and lost one, and they came through the losers bracket and just did what they had to do. But it was like they all rallied together when they had some adversity, and that's the mark of a true program, when you rally together and come out successful, and that's what the baseball team did.
Well, we've looked over 13 to 14, looking forward to 14 and 15. You mentioned that we got some coaching changes. Coach Mayfield takes over the helm of the Lady Tiger volleyball program, and Dante Jackson from Central State is now the new men's basketball head coach.
Yeah, Coach Mayfield, you know, one of the things I typically do when I go to games, yes, I watch the performance, but I also watch the coaches. And I was very impressed with how the young ladies reacted to Coach Mayfield and her instruction during particular situations in the game. And I felt that she would be the best for our volleyball program. Dante Jackson for our men's basketball program. I thought, you know, I've known Dante and I've watched him coach, and I've been very impressed with how he has done in his coaching career. And I just knew that he would be a perfect fit for Stillman College, especially when we're trying to be successful on and off the playing field.
Correct. Moving forward into 14, 15, what are some of the big things that you expect coming out of this program?
Well, the best thing I think is the academic part. I believe our student athletes will continue to be the leaders in on the campus with their GPAs. I expect us to be more visible in the community, and our community service will pick up a little bit. And I believe that we will be champions. You know, we will actually continue to fight for a championship. I want to win that cup, that commissioner's cup, so that we can display that, and that'll be the first time. And I really want to show that our program is a successful program.
One of the things we've talked about here in the department is our alumni base and getting our alumni to come back and reconnect with us. What percentage, what part do you see that playing?
I think that plays a heck of a part, because they like to be honored. And I think creating this Hall of Fame will assist in that process, getting them back into the fold of this is what they built. This is nothing that we've done. We're just reaping the benefits of what they've already created. And so I think bringing alumni is a critical part of our success.
We had a big alumni weekend during basketball season. The class of '93 showed up and showed out. So class '93, we do thank you for joining us during that weekend. We expect to see you again this year real soon.
But you know what? Not only them, we want all of you to come back. And in fact, this is 2014, 2015, 1994. Time for you to come on and show 93 how it's really supposed to do it.
Well, any final words before we shut this thing down?
Well, I tell you what, again, this was an exciting year for us. We've done a lot. We're expecting to do more. And it's just an exciting time for Stillman Athletics. And we want everyone who's out there watching to come out and support Stillman Athletics, because Stillman Athletics is a winning program.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the first edition of Tiger Talk. Check us out on YouTube, check us out on social media, Facebook and Twitter. Our handles are Go Stillman. You can always follow us at stillmanathletics.com. Mr. Bryant, thank you for your time.
And no, I thank you. We really have to thank Mr. Bryant for putting this together. And again, it's been a pleasure working with you. Look forward to working with you more.
Same here, sir. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time.